Good evening, everyone. It's April 22nd, 2025, and welcome back to Love Remembers. And as always, I want to start off by saying thank you. Thank you for each and every one of you for showing up, for sharing, for subscribing, for speaking out, for bringing and telling friends and neighbors. This right here is no longer a community anymore. Love Remembers has become a movement, folks, and it's because of every single one of you, because every one of you who refuses to stay silent in the face of corruption, collapse, authoritarian creep. But before we begin, I want to acknowledge the passing of Pope Francis today. Regardless of your faith, he was a voice of compassion, humility, and peace in the world that so desperately is needed today. His memory reminds us of what true leadership really looks like. But now, I really want to get into what really happened today. I want to start off, folks, first with the markets. The mainstream financial outlets may tell you that this was a mixed day, but don't be fooled. As I told you previously, these bounces, they're nothing but illusions. They're talking about April 2025 is shaping up to be the worst trading month since the Great Depression. Let that sink in for a second. The swings aren't stability, they're depression, they're desperation. If you haven't already spoken to for your financial advisor, now is the time. I definitely recommend it. The market is bleeding. The tariff war is only expanding. Powell's on the edge, and Trump is doing everything in his power to accelerate it. He's calling for Jerome Powell a loser publicly and preparing to force him out behind the scenes. He wants control, full stop. And then there's Ukraine. Trump's ultimatums are being rejected. Ukraine is standing its ground. Russia is doubling down. The so-called peace plan, it's not a plan, it's a trap. And while they talk about the escalations, the missiles keep falling. That's the truth. They don't want to put in the headlines. The truth, the media was not talking about reporting. And now let's talk about what's really in the news. Pete Hegseth, the Pete Hegseth disaster, because the story just got worse. If you know, I've been telling you for days that the SignalGate scandal was bigger than any we wanted to admit. Remember the first round? That's when Mike Waltz, Trump's national security advisor. Remember when he added Jeffrey Goldberg, a journalist, into a signal thread by accident? That thread involved activist discussion of U.S. military strategy, folks. And Hegseth was included. He was the one texting it. But today we've got confirmation what I've been reporting behind the scenes. SignalGate 2 is real, and it's even worse. This time there was no accident. This time there was no reported added by mistake. This was a deliberate signal chat between Hegseth, his wife, his brother, and his lawyer, where they were once again discussing sensitive military operation, folks. Just think about it for a second. It's crazy. Not a staff, not legal advisors, not defense officials, family, friends, and private citizens. This is a national security crisis at its most. And what does Trump do? He praises him. Pete's doing a great job, he said. Ask the hoodies how he's doing. That's not a response. This is what you call a regime. Meanwhile, Bill Owens, from executive producer of 60 Minutes, has resigned quietly, under pressure. But he made it clear he couldn't run real journalism anymore under this environment. So he walked. That's what they want: silence, submission, control. And in the middle of all of this, we're not hearing anything about Kilmer Abreu Garcia anymore. Trump defined a federal court order to return him, and guess what? He never did. The media is moving on. The politicians are becoming quiet. But I haven't forgotten, and neither should you. And remember, as I told you always, don't let them fool you. This is not chaos. This is a plan. Remember, undermine the courts, silence the press, crush the whistleblowers, replace independent voices with loyalists. This is what dictatorship blueprint is all about. And I've said it to you before. Donald Trump doesn't want 4 more years, folks. He wants to be here forever. He's not just following the playbook anymore. He's starting to master it. But I'm going to tell you right here, right now, I'm not afraid. And I'm not going to stay silent. I'm going to keep reporting to you, keep exposing, keep telling you the truth, no matter how hard they try to bury it or try to keep us silent. And I have some great news to report to you. It's finally here. Tomorrow, we're going to be launching Storytime with Lev. For all you paid subscribers that have been subscribing, I'll be reading from my book and sharing never before told stories, names, backroom deals, betrayals, everything they never wanted you to hear. If you haven't become a paid subscriber yet, now is the time, I promise you, not just for the access, but to support our movement. And also a little housekeeping. Tomorrow morning at 11 Eastern, I'll be going live with Alexander Bolbir, from our Voice from Ukraine. We're going to be breaking down everything we just covered, plus live updates straight from Ukraine, Kiev. And don't forget, every Thursday, it's the hottest show on Substack, Unleashed, with myself, Michael Cohen, Malcolm Nance. Says it all right there, Unleashed. Right after that, 5 p.m., we hold our subscriber-only Q&A. You don't want to miss it, especially for all you paid subscribers. And once again, I want to thank each every one of you. Please keep spreading the word. Tell a friend, restack, subscribe, share, do whatever you can, because remember one thing, doing nothing, that's not an option. This is how we fight back, and this is Love Remembers. And I'm not backing down, and so you're not either. See you tomorrow. Have a great night.